We talked about Yiddish, which is obviously a really old language. Now let's talk about something completely new, which is called the stage, and it's English language performing arts community that's just started up in Tel Aviv very, very recently. And I have the founder on the line with me. Adaya, can you hear me?
Hi, yes. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome. It's pretty interesting. I saw the project on Facebook and I thought, oh, this is going to be a really good thing. So I got to get this woman on the show. So tell me and our listeners what is it about? Why did you start this project?
So I just want to clarify, first of all, I'm not the lone starter of this project. There are a group of us who decided to get together and create the stage, which is an English-speaking performing arts group.
Are you all
Uh,
actors?
So, no, some of us are dancers, some of us aren't even professional actors, but just really love to be on a stage and look for any opportunity to do that. We were all people who felt that there wasn't enough English-speaking theatre in Tel Aviv, and that we wanted to fill that hole.
Okay.
Um, and it really, we look to provide an outlet for anyone who wants to perform, and that's not limited to acting. That can be singing, dancing, I don't know, stand-up comedy, improvisation.
And
Really,
is it only for English speaking people, or do you have or I mean I know you're quite new, but did you have any Israelis turning up who just want to perform in English or do stuff, or is it only people who speak English as their main language?
so the group is aimed towards English speakers. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean native English speakers, and we wanted to be open to anybody who wants to perform in English. Uh, that being said, like I said, we wanted to fill this hole in the community, so all of our performances will be
Good,
performed
they're
in
going to be
English.
in English, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
what sort of people came to? Did you have one session or is it two sessions already that you had?
So far we've only had our first opening session. It was more of an information evening
Okay.
for anybody who really wanted to hear a little bit more about the group.
Because
When
looking
we
at the
first set it,
picture, quite a lot of people came. It looked like a really full house.
yeah, to be honest, when we first advertised, we thought it would be a lot of our own friends who we know are interested in performing, but it turned out to be a much wider group of people. We were so pleasantly surprised. We had people from all over Tel Aviv, and I think maybe even one or two from outside of Tel Aviv.
Oh wow.
And we had around, I think, 40 to 50 people at that first meeting,
Oh,
which was
that's quite a
really
big group,
just
yeah.
very exciting.
And you
Yeah, and we
want, I
just
mean, what I like about your project is that, apart from doing, all kinds of games and exercises and stuff, which we'll get to in a minute,
hmm
you've actually got a very clear idea of where you want to go. You've already got a play that you're going to put on, and you're already starting to think in that direction, and that's quite an ambitious thing. Can you tell us? And you've chosen the Vagina Monologues as your first
absolutely, yeah.
production. Why did you choose that one?
So, first of all, we did come at this stage with a first production in mind because we wanted to get the ball rolling. This was suggested by one of the other members of our steering committee, Asher, because he's very passionate about the play. That being said, our vision is that future productions and future ideas will be coming from members of the community. We
Okay.
don't want to, as a steering committee, dictate exactly which plays. It's more what people want to perform. So if someone out there has an amazing idea for a production and they can get support behind it, we want to allow for that to happen.
Okay.
In terms of why we chose the Vagina Monologues, it's first of all, for those of you that don't know, it's a really amazing play. It's a series of monologues, some of which are hilarious, some of which are a bit cheeky, some are sad, some are funny, and they're all surrounding women's issues.
Mm.
And each year, annually, it's put on around V-Day, which is February 14th, and it raises money for organizations that fight violence against women.
Okay.
So
So it's a
we're
good
going
cause as
to,
well.
yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the big reasons we wanted to put this on as our first production. We're going to hopefully be supporting the Tel Aviv Rape Crisis Center.
Oh, brilliant.
Also, along with that, it is a play that can be put on quite quickly, and therefore we wanted to get our first production out there, and we will be performing it in February.
Okay, great. And what before we go on to the details for people who want to join, can you let us know like what you do in sessions? Because I think some people might think, oh, I've always thought about trying acting, but I don't really know what happens. Am I really going to like it? Well, is it scary? What happens in performing art and acting sessions?
So let me relax anyone out there who is maybe a bit intimidated by the word, the stage. This is really open to anybody who maybe just wants to try out what it's like on the stage, but it's also out there for people who have a lot of experience. So, for example, our first session, we just did a few introductory games, really nothing intimidating, mostly in circle activities. And our aim for the future is to be doing workshops. So, for example, if you don't feel stage ready at the moment, if you don't feel like you can audition right now, we want to be putting on workshops. So if we have a musical that we know is going to be coming up in 6 months, we'll run a 3-month workshop on singing and dancing or
brilliant.
On acting. And so it will be aimed at people to build their skills so that eventually they will feel confident.
So basically there's a place for anyone, no matter how experienced
Absolutely.
they are.
All ages, all levels of experience.
Great.
We want our community to be as diverse as possible.
So if people want to go to one of your sessions, what do they need to do? Do they just turn up? Do they need to contact you through the Facebook page?
Yeah, so we've set up a Facebook page. It's just very simple, called The Stage. We are also going to be having a repeat of our introductory meeting. We're going to be having it in a week from today.
Okay.
So on Sunday, the 8th of December at 8 p.m. at Maze 9 or Maze Teisha, which is a community building. And anyone who is at all interested should come to that meeting. And also you can contact us via the Facebook page. Anyone who is interested in auditioning already for the Vagina Monologues, we will be holding auditions on Thursday the 12th of December and Friday the 13th of December. But of course, all this information is on our Facebook page and will also be at our introductory meeting.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Adaya. I'm sure there's loads of English-speaking actors and aspiring actors who are just thinking, yay, yes, finally a place
Thanks so much
to
for speaking to me.
Thank
all
you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.